All right, have and have not fans, I hope everyone's doing all right. And for those of you who are new to the channel, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content that I post on the channel. Now, this is something that I actually tweeted about a couple days ago after the episode was aired, and I really do think there might be a chance that Charles is going to move down to Savannah, Georgia at the wrong time. I feel like him deciding to move just because of Candace was just a bullheaded decision in the first place. I believe he said that instead of moving back to Detroit before going to the White House, let me move down to Savannah. That way there's no suspicion when he, let's say if he wins the White House and then makes frequent trips to Savannah, Georgia, because the question will be like, okay, what is he doing? Who's he going to see? And then if Candace comes out of nowhere, they're going to suspect things. And another thing to keep in mind is the fact that these characters don't make moves without a reason. Like, we know for a fact that he's moving down there for Candace, but in terms of the plot, there's no reason for Charles to come down there unless he's going to come at the wrong time. And remember that Sandy Malone was telling Mitch, what, are you trying to start a war? In regards to, the black kid giving the money back about interest. And then also the fact that their own blood was spilled when Vinny was killed on the floor. And again, if Vinny is alive, I don't know how the hell they're going to pull that off. But all I'm saying is the fact that, remember that Mama Rose was ready to set it off when she found out her grandson was shot at. But the fact that one of their own is dead, there's no telling how many people are going to die just to reinforce the fact that the Malones are not to be trifled with. So I feel like, number one, it is possible that the organization or group of people that want Charles to lose the White House were the ones that hired Oscar, or probably the Malones. Not to mention, Charles might be caught up. Like, imagine him doing like a press conference or something like that. And I think it was said that around the time that Obama was elected, that's when there was like, what was it, Bloody Sunday or something like that? The Malones literally killed a bunch of people because I think a black man won the presidency. So imagine if Charles wins, he might be killed off. It's just crazy to think that Charles might get caught up in some mess, and then that might lead to the eventual shootout or war between the Malones and the the feds, the FBI, the Secret Service and whatnot. Because remember, they told Benny that they were investigating the Malone family due to terrorist acts and whatnot. So there's no telling how deep the veins of the Malones runs in the country, if not the entire world, if you want to go that far, because there's no telling how many organizations they're in league with or who they're working for or collaborating with. There's no telling. So I feel that Charles moving to Savannah, Georgia is a mistake, not just because of his political career for a street whore, but I don't want this to happen. But imagine if his own children are killed, and then he, like Candace, both share grief and the fact that they lost their children, and then they find themselves in each other. I don't want that to happen because I'm done with kids on the show being killed off. I really don't want to see that anymore. But I do feel like that's probably what will happen. Either Charles himself will get killed, or maybe his children are put into danger. I don't know, but I don't feel like this is going to end well for anyone. So with that being said, do you feel like Charles moving to Savannah, Georgia is going to happen at the wrong time? Especially with the fact that the Malones are probably going to be starting their war soon. So with that being said, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you all later.